wanted to show you how I pick up stitches on the underarm to complete my sleeve. I've picked up the stitches on the holder on 2 needles, and now I'm about to pick up the stitches in the corner. I have my new yarn. I am going to start by picking up the stitch next to the stitch I have on the holder. This is my last stitch on the holder. I'm going to pick up the next stitch here. I'm going to go actually 2 back to keep it from making a large hole. You see that? Then I'm going to pick up the one next to it, but I'm going to pick up its side. See they're crisscrossed here? There's 2 yarns that crisscross. I'm going to open them and make a stitch in the center. I've just picked up 2 brand new stitches. These were not the ones I made for the body, and these were not in the holder. So I'm going to have more stitches in total that I've picked up on the underarm than were made for the body, which is fine for my patterns, which accommodate for those extra stitches. If you're working on a pattern that doesn't, and it's asking you to pick up the exact number that you cast on for the body, simply decrease these extra stitches in the next round. My next stitch is going to be one that I had made for the body, but be sure that you pick up both strands of the yarn and pick up between them. This is exactly the loop I made to make the stitch. I want to make sure that I get both loops because that keeps the stitches, my new stitches, tighter, and it keeps those dreaded holes away. So I'm going to pick up all the stitches that I've made for the body, and I'm going to work my way to the other side, where I will do something very similar to what I did in the other corner. Again, the goal here is not to have holes in the corners. If you do wind up with a hole in the corner, not the end of the world. What you need to do is simply leave a little bit more string when you're first starting out, and you can tighten up these strings at the end, and you can tighten up the corners at the end with that extra string. So I have these last, I've picked up all the body stitches that I cast on, and these are my last corner. Look how huge that string is. This is in part because I've been working on the body, and slowly the body and the sleeves separate from each other, making this dreaded hole. So what you're going to do again, you're going to uncross, you're going to catch both of these strings to make another stitch. Okay, so that's my one extra. And now I need to pick up a second extra. Look, I have this gaping hole right here. It's going to be really big. If I just pick this up, that's not going to work and help me at all. I'm going to try to pick up these 2 together. I will pick up this way. I will catch the one underneath it, and I will pick up that one, leaving my giant gaping hole away. And now I can knit it through with my first stitch. Let's look at that. Perfect. So that's how you want to take the corners. Here, what I wound up having to do is picking up the stitch below and making a new stitch out of it so that I cross that hole that was forming right here. And if I keep working, you will see that my new stitches blend in and look just like the ones I had on the holder. Look at that. It's perfect.